Lone Survivor is the true story of Navy SEALs on a 2005 covert mission in Afghanistan. Harsh film criticism by the left, some calling it pro-war propaganda, while others are questioning the mission itself. Here with his reaction is former Navy SEAL Christopher Mark Heben. All right, Chris, you served in Afghanistan. You were a Navy SEAL for 10 years. You know Marcus Luttrell, the man who wrote the book and who is, described in the movie, and many of the others. What's your reaction to this left's criticism of the movie?
Well, Judge, I believe the word that was used was jingoistic. And I'm sorry, but any movie that's pro-America in any way, shape, or form about our stance on the globe could be labeled as jingoistic. So I don't buy that word. That's complete BS that it's even attached to this project. What people need to understand is, as SEALs, we are the nation's 911 response team. We are put out there on the very edges of risk. Oftentimes, we're guided only by our moral compasses. One week, we're helping to establish U.S. foreign policy, and the next week, we're enforcing it with extreme prejudice. We don't get sent to build churches or to build schools or hospitals. When we're sent somewhere, it's to make a person, place, or a thing disappear. And Lone Survivor certainly pays tribute to our moral compass, as evidenced by the fact that they let those sheep herders go, which basically bit them in the backsides.
Well, when you talk about, the mission and how Marcus is, in the book and in the movie, I mean, that is a mission that, the type of mission that you've been involved in, and you actually know Marcus. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Marcus and I are friends. I'm friends with his wife, Melanie. I mean, these guys, this is a personal account of Marcus's harrowing experience. He lost 3 really good friends on the ground with him and another 8 guys in the air. It's unconscionable that anyone would even try to pick apart this story and inject any political slant to it whatsoever.
Well, there was so much that was written. The criticism was that the book that Marcus wrote about himself and his fellow SEAL members, didn't question the strategy in Afghanistan. And they complained that the writer, Marcus, who was putting his life on the line, was enamored of George Bush. I mean, what's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. George Bush is from Texas. Marcus is from Texas. I mean, come on. That just makes total sense to me. I mean, it's ridiculous.
But think about it. Chris, we just talked about Benghazi. Yeah. 4 civilians there with a warning. No one sends. President Obama doesn't send assets. He still won't answer any questions. And yet they're criticizing George Bush when we find out from Secretary of Defense Gates that the president, didn't even believe in the surge in Afghanistan. Why is there a double standard?
This administration is basically on mission right now for one thing, and that's to position Hillary Clinton for election in 2016. And let me make something very clear. Nobody that wears a Navy SEAL trident on their chest, nobody is a fan of Obama. Nobody is a fan of Hillary Clinton, period. Those 4 gentlemen that were killed in Benghazi should be getting the Congressional Gold Medal right now. And hopefully Debbie Lee with americasmightywarriors.org can make that happen. That needs to happen, period. And Judge, let me tell you this. Me and some of my good friends, all former SEALs, are working on a project right now that is going to expound upon everything that's out there right now in Benghazi.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, this country, the people here are very interested in it because it's not often that we get the lies that we've been experiencing from this administration. All right, Christopher Mark Heben, thanks for being with us this evening.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. And coming up, the investigation into the IRS scandal winding down. So people are being held accountable, right? No. I'm shocked. That's our next story. Stay with us. And the